Hi, welcome back to my page. If you're new, I welcome you. If you have been here before, welcome back. And today is, September 4th, so happy September. I have some new things that I'm going to start focusing on this month, so that's exciting. But today we're going to talk about mental health and some things that I have done to help keep my mental health in a more of a positive state. Having a healthy mindset is one of the most important things that you can do for, it's like an essential for being productive and living a balanced life and being, if you're a parent, being a good parent, being a good wife, whatever. It just affects every aspect of your life, even as, a business owner or an employee. So some of the things that has helped me during some of the most trying times of my life is prayer. I started praying and attending church on Sundays, but I started praying every day, in the morning and at night, and asking God or whoever you believe in, but God is my person. So I asked him for guidance and help to kind of guide me through, and he definitely was there to help me along the way. Also, I've mentioned this before in my other video about fitness, but exercise. Exercise really helped move my energy around. It helped me feel good and release all of the stress and tension out of my system. So, sometimes, the exercising gets so much attention around, being a certain size or whatnot. But there was quite a long time in my life that I just exercised because of the mental health aspect of it. I was still, the same size, and it probably did help maintain where I was a bit, but I wasn't like trying to lose weight, It was just to help keep my mental health in a good, positive way. And that was something that was a top priority for me to get in every day. Even if it was just a walk, it was something to move and make me feel good. Another thing that helps is eating healthy, because when we eat healthy and we are feeding our bodies nutritious food, that ultimately makes us feel good as well. For some reason, sometimes that is, that can be challenging for some. I know that eating healthy is sometimes, especially when you're struggling with your mental health, because if you're an emotional eater, sometimes you want to eat, chocolate bars and bagels or whatever your food is, and you're not looking to eat a chicken breast and broccoli, So that can definitely be challenging, but if you kind of put some good attentions around it, it can be a very positive aspect, change into your life. Also, journaling. I have a journal that a couple of them, but I was journaling every day for a while, of how, to get those emotions out, how I was feeling. One thing that I did find myself doing a lot And so I would suggest not to do this, but I was, to be honest, I was just basically journaling like in the beginning a lot of the negative days. And then when I was having good days, it's like, oh, I don't need to journal that. I'm having a good day and life felt good. But at the same time, when you go back to maybe sometimes reflecting on the progress that you've made, then you're only seeing a small glimpse into it because you're not journaling everything. So I would highly suggest to journal your good days and your bad days and your in between days, when you're not feeling totally great, but you're not also feeling like totally blah neither. And so, that helps get things off of your minds and makes you feel better because you've had some type of way to release those emotions. Also, I think all of us in one shape, form, or another, we all have some trauma that we have to heal. Some have more than others. So I started healing some of my trauma on a conscious level. And, when you're working on it on a conscious level, I'm looking down because I have notes. So it is kind of easy, right? Because you're like, okay, I think it's kind of like the newer stuff or the stuff that you're not so, can I say, maybe afraid or not wanting to deal with, right? You don't want to kind of open that Pandora's box and get into those deeper feelings. But, when I was just healing on a conscious level, I still wasn't feeling my best. So you have to, once you kind of start doing the conscious level healing, then you would have to start going into some of the deeper subconscious healing. And that is more work because it's stuff that we've probably, at least I'm talking from my own experience, we take stuff and we just kind of bury it in and push it down, and we're not going to deal with that. We'll deal with that at a later time, whatever the case may be. So that was the stuff that seemed to be much more difficult, much more challenging to even remember in some cases, because if we are working on healing the inner child of us, and we are working on maybe some childhood traumas or whatnot, those sometimes kind of, you lived with them for so long, it's kind of like, oh, yep, no, that's not important, or we kind of forget about it in some cases. So just to kind of be aware of that. And sometimes when you get to that healing process, you may need to go and see a therapist, see a counselor, hire some type of coach to help you along the way with that. Because like I said, that is more difficult to make sure that you are really working on healing everything that you need healed to become a better version of yourself. I don't want to say the best version of yourself, because we should always try to keep growing, but to become the best version of yourself, I guess, up to the date. And then also, I'm not great at this. I'll be honest, I am not great at it. I struggle with it a lot. But when I do it and I do have success with it, I do feel better. But it is meditating. And I do okay with the guided meditations, but when I have to do it myself, my brain honestly goes all over the place, and I can't seem to quiet my brain down for me to really get into a meditation state. So I would try it. And then, there's like meditation, music and stuff like that that you can find on YouTube, that I use. And then also you can try to Google some of the meditations, maybe on, guided meditations on different topics that you need to work on for yourself. And then you can listen to that. And, that helps reprogram your subconscious levels. And when you do that, because your subconscious is where a lot of your belief system and how you are going to go forward in your life, that's where it's going to come from, is your subconscious, not your conscious state. So I would listen to, I would try to meditate at night and or in the morning, like early in the morning when you're first like waking up type of deal, and or like basically when you're ready for bed. And what I've been doing lately is I've been listening to a guided meditation at night, and I would fall asleep to it. So I'm going to sleep, but my subconscious mind hears what they're saying. So I think it's helpful. And, sometimes that can be a little confusing, because I was kind of confused with that whole aspect in the beginning of my journey as well. But, if you maybe Google it, or even Google some stuff on YouTube about the conscious level versus the subconscious levels, may help you understand it a little bit better. So, so those are the things that I have been doing. And not every day is perfect. Not every day is going to go great. But you just do the best that you can with what you have, and in the season that you're in, right? Because, in the beginning, things may be really hard to try to do. And then, and then also, let me share this with you. When you start feeling good, right? If you are doing your journaling, or if you're starting to exercise, and whatever the case may be, I think I'm going to do another video on the subconscious levels and more into what I've been doing to kind of retrain that. So I'm going to work on that. But for, sometimes when I was like getting in a good mood, like, oh, I'm good now, right? I would stop doing it, and then I would go back into a slump. So even when things seem to be going well, don't stop doing the things that are making you feel good, and the things that are helping you feel like things are going well. Because, excuse me, if you do, the chances are that you're going to start, feeling down again. And then, you got to kind of try to fight yourself back to getting it back into what was working for you. So if it's working for you, don't stop. And, for like the exercising, if you've never exercised and you're like, oh boy, not all of this is going to be for you. So, you can kind of say, okay, I'm going to start journaling. You can journal in the morning, you can journal at night, or you can do an AM and a PM as well. And, when you journal, I would definitely, I'll talk about this at more, but I want to kind of put this out there on this video. When you're journaling, I would start off with especially if you're doing it like in the morning. Say, you know, write down like, I am going to have a great day today. Today is going to be a great day for me. And then maybe write 3 to 5 things down that you're going to do to make that day great for you. What makes your days great? You know, is it a healthy lunch? Is it, you know, going for a walk on lunch? Is it stretching your body? Is it a yoga? Is it a spa day? Whatever the case may be. Try to write 3 to 5 things that you're going to do to make that day good for you. And then, you know, stick with it. And if you don't want to maybe have your journal out, write those 3 to 5 things down on a Post-it note. And then you can put them on your desk or put it on in your wallet or something where you can kind of look at it during the day, and then say, okay, I'm going to check off. If it's, say, go for a walk on my lunch. Okay, I'm going to star that because it's done. So as you go through the process of doing those 3 to 5 things that makes your day better for you, then, you know, I would star them, check them off. And then that would also make you feel good. Like, wow, look at these things that I've accomplished for myself today. And, another thing that I was doing, I know I kind of feel like I'm all over the place because there's just been a lot of good stuff. And I want to make sure that I'm telling you what I've been doing and what's been working for me. So I do apologize. But another thing that I started doing, and I've done it a couple times and it felt kind of weird, but I think the more times that that we do it and we get kind of used to different things, the more natural it's going to feel to us. So, you know, I read an article, or maybe it was even a video of someone else basically saying like, go to you know, look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself that you love them, that they did a good job, and high five them in the mirror. And so I did that, you know, a couple times. I'm like, oh, that's kind of, you know, it felt weird at first, I'll be honest. But I just did it again recently, and it felt more natural because as I'm going along on my healing journey and stuff like that, things are feeling better. Things are getting healed and, you know, all of that good stuff. So, you know, when you have a good day at the end of the day, or, you know, even at lunchtime, whatever, you go into the bathroom or you go to your bedroom and you pass by a mirror, tell yourself, wow, we did good today. We're doing great. You know, talk to that inner child of yours that is really wanting you to give them kudos of what you guys are doing. So on that level, or on that note, I'm going to end this video. And I thank you all for watching. And I hope that this was helpful to some of you or all of you, or that you were able to take some key things away and help you on your journey of you know, clearing your mental health, or you healing your traumas, or whatever you're facing at this time in this season of your life. So I thank you. I love you guys. Have a great one, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.